Okay, so here's a little bit of information on removing a windshield or back window glass on a vehicle. If you're dealing with something that is really sealed in well, you're going to need a few tools. Get yourself one of these. It's roughly around $35 at your auto parts store for one of these. Basically, it's just a windshield removal tool. All it has is a little blade here. It's not very sharp or anything like that. It's just used to break the sealant. You got a handle on the end of it, and you got a nice handle here. So basically what you do is it's got a sharp little point on it, you can see. What you do is you'd grab your point, shove your point in as far as you can, and then very simply pull the handle. Now sometimes, especially if you're doing this in the cold, you're going to deal with some very tough sealant. A lot of people may say no, don't put a blowtorch near this, but I say yes, so hell with them. What you want to do, if you're out in the cold, like I am here trying to do this, park the car in the sun as best you can. And then, just ever so lightly, just brush your blowtorch against the sealant. Nice swift motions like this, back and forth. Usually what I do is I already have my tool already inserted in here. So if I have some very tough sealant and I come to a stop, I don't want to pull too hard because I'll end up breaking or bending my blade. So if I come to a spot where it becomes really tough to get around, I usually just heat it up with a torch like this, and then very simply just continue on my merry way. And if it comes to another tough spot where I have to stop, it becomes too hard to pull on, then very simply I do the same thing. I'm not staying in one spot too long, I'm staying away from the actual glass. I'm more or less just heating the steel. Notice here, for example, I overheated the steel a little too much in one corner, the paint started to come off. So if you go all the way around, very simply, I already went around this has already been dealt with, but I mean, very simply just keep going all the way around. You want to watch your defroster wire is also behind there, so don't pull too hard if you feel a snag. And then across from the bottom, you'll need a pry bar to pry, on one end, just to kind of support it for the time being. Sometimes you might need to have your glass propped up just a little bit while you're working on certain corners. And so obviously down at that end over there, I have some sealant that's still holding up pretty good, while the rest of the car isn't. So I'm going to go over here, and this tool is like the handle is on a swivel, so you can flip the handle whichever way you want for whichever direction you're pulling, if you're left-handed or right-handed, and all that fun jazz. So I'm going to insert my tool roughly somewhere here. Like I say, have to sometimes really get that pointed end in there, and just kind of gently heat this up, and I'll give this a gentle pull to break off a little bit of sealant. I accidentally chipped this glass just a wee bit because the sealant was pretty tough and I pulled a little too much, but that's something you want to try and avoid if you can, if at all possible, if you're trying to save the glass. This glass, I'm not going to be putting it in a vehicle. I'm just more or less trying to save it just in case I ever do break it, or if I break the one out of the car that I plan on restoring. So normally I'd be doing this with two hands. Now it's getting tough there again. So also you want to take note, if you have your inside trim off, see what it's jamming against. Maybe you're jamming against a piece of steel or something, or another part of the car. Normally I just hire an auto glass place with a mobile service to just come in and do this. It's just so much easier. But for whatever reason, I decided to do this on my own today. Just to surprise my YouTube viewers, I guess you could say. See, I'm just heating the steel. I'm not going anywhere near the glass. I want to keep as much heat off the glass as I can, but I want to heat that rubber a bit. Notice I'm starting to blister the paint. don't want to stay too hot in one area too, because you know your headliner or something might catch fire or something of that nature. Alright, so when you get all the way across, the glass will just drop, and basically that is the end of it. Like I said before, try not to burn your car down. That sealant is smoking pretty good. But anyway, just take your time with it, it'll be fine. You'll have to get all this sealant off. I'm not ever going to install a windshield or back window, so you know, clean this up and just get somebody else to do it. You know, save yourself the effort, because I mean, if there isn't enough sealant, you know, it might whistle, there might be some airflow getting in. I just rather not bother with stuff like that personally. That's still smoking pretty good there. Anyway, I don't care if it burns down to the ground really. Disconnect your wire, and you got a window that's out. That's all there is to it, lads and lassies. So for 35 bucks you get one of these. You can get replacement blades. They're pretty inexpensive, not like spot weld cutters. They are usually 60 bucks for a box. Well, actually they come in a you can't just buy a single spot weld cutter, but anyway, they're a lot more expensive. This is pretty inexpensive if you absolutely need one in a jam to try and get a window out or a windshield out or whatever. Works good for the money.